Shalom. Been a long one. We finally back on the podcast with it. And we gonna hop clean in. We gonna hop clean into what was this? I think I put it close. So 34. We gonna hop in this into. Nah. We're gonna start it off right. So we're gonna hop into this organ harvesting first. It's a lot of things we gotta get into.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. On today's feature-length documentary, we investigate an alternative narrative that encompasses and connects organ donation, abortion, the pandemic, and biotechnology. Perhaps there is a common denominator. How much is the human body worth? Are we all organ donors by default? Is it okay to euthanize patients with the intention of harvesting their organs? Is fetal tissue valuable to the anti-aging industry? Has anyone ever been caught red-handed, illegally handling vast amounts of aborted fetal tissue? Why did the World Health Organization not allow autopsies on people who died with COVID? Have hospitals overtreated COVID patients to death? Finally, what is the game-changing advance in biotechnology that has made dead bodies a valuable commodity?
Resistance is futile.
In 2003, Wired magazine published an article titled How to Sell Your Body for $46 million. The writer Patrick D. Justo had done extensive research to conclude how much money can be made by donating every reusable body part. Of course, there's a catch. The most lucrative substances are the ones you can't go without. The sources of the article include the National Center for Research Resources, Oxford Biomedical Research, Phoenix Pharmaceuticals, Southeast Missouri Hospital, United States Biological, and other organizations. Let's explore this article and any implications with what's been going on in the world in the last couple of years.
Yo! Should I say I need it?
Yeah, just sit around.
Used to be the human body was worth pocket change. 97 cents would buy all the raw carbon, iron, and calcium a person had to offer. Nowadays, thanks to improved processing, a determined seller could reap closer to $46 million for donating every reusable part. Of course, there's a catch. The most lucrative substances are the ones you can't go without. So the $7 million you'd get for your germ-fighting antibodies would be quickly spent on the plastic bubble needed to keep you alive. If you want to capitalize on your biology, your best bets are fluids and soft tissues. A fertile woman between the ages of 18 and 25 can donate one egg every 3 months and rake in $7,000 each time. Over 8 years, that's 32 eggs for a total of $224,000. A virile man would have to sell a lot of sperm at $75 a pop to match that. Male testosterone, the very essence of gyness, yields less than a...
Alright, so now, as the show begins, grab your seats, because it's happening. So, right, listen, I'm trying to get somewhere it really pretty much explains. Alright, so now, alright, did the testament show the Bible? Because we now, as we seeing more and more of this death culture. Right, of this death culture. Right, the New World Order, you seeing it firsthand. Now. Alright, and we're gonna...
This message is being broadcast by the Department of Defense of the
I'm
Republic.
finna get the scrolls.
I'm profoundly optimistic about the ability of new technology to serve as a liberator and to remake the world.
Just imagine North Korea in 20 years, when everybody has to wear a biometric bracelet which constantly monitors your blood pressure, your heart rate, your brain activity, 24 hours a day. You listen to a speech on the radio by the great leader,
into the book of
and they know what you actually feel. You can clap your hands and smile.
It's lucky, we finna get straight into that. Right, so the new world order. The new world order. Right? So lucky for the background. Lucky for the background. Had to get my pen real quick. So, the New World Order. It's cracking up. Right. Saints is being persecuted. Talking about everywhere. Every angle. Lawlessness. Everywhere. So, we're gonna get into it. Let's get into it. Alright, so boom. These utopia, now we stepping more into the utopia type of realities. It went from, it was just a perception, it was just it's gonna be like this and it's gonna be like this. Now we starting to see it fulfill itself and be among us. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on, So, order, alright, and we finna get the final battle of Jerusalem. We gotta get the final battle of Jerusalem. Final battle of Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? The sons of man is going far away from the plan of Abba, bro. Right now. And it's not really, it's really the Gentiles. It's really still the Gentiles. Cause they right along the Gentiles with this biotechnology. Doing all this we gonna switch our ethnicity, or we gonna switch our DNA, or we gonna switch they doing all that right along with the Gentiles. Alright. Right along, and then we're gonna hop right back into Isaiah, and they put them in them stocks. They put them in the household. I mean, not household, but they put them in the prison house. And they was like, bro, nigga, Roman Lions basically trying to get him to blasphemy. Or whatnot. So it's more like it's a bum rush. It's a off and on bum rush. Everything will be calm, then the next minute everything, it's like a tempest flood. So that's why that's another reason why we don't supposed to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't comfortable, that's the thing. It's just when you know what's going on, you gotta actually continue to move in it all times. Because now, all these different these syndromes they giving folks, they giving them the Havana syndrome, the Stockholm syndrome, where these medical template bodies, like now people getting they getting slewed with just frequencies underground. They getting slewed, and then now they saying it's COVID. I'm saying now they saying it's you got COVID, or they have actors. They have actors where they gonna put a mask on, act like they sick. Ain't nobody else with a mask on, but they point out certain people. They put a mask on. So they set up certain hosts using certain synapses. They get up hosts, and then boom, Next thing you know what I'm saying? If a person look like they got certain symptoms, that's when they try to, okay, boom, they got this, and then they been and did the manipulation already. They using everybody they, you know what I'm saying? It's all it is, what you call that? Animatopathy imprints. You might use this host, this individual host. You might use his body as a test subject body, basically as a dummy. Use his body as a dummy, but you transfer it over to somebody else's body, because now it's technology we dealing with, bro. That's what's, at the end of the day, that's what's hitting us. You know what I'm saying? So now it's strictly, what are you putting in your body? Now it's strictly, what are you ingesting? Now it's strictly, you know what I'm saying, what are you gonna use for your well-being? So, boom.
How we looking, gentlemen?
President Bush has coined the phrase a new world order.
Gentlemen, what these classes looking like? Major Dorm.
Yeah, I'm about to, yeah, I just got it.
Are you good to go?
So, select the New World Order. Right, so Revelation 20, verse 4 through 6. President Bush has coined the phrase a New World Order. It has been used to describe the abrupt changes take place internationally, brought about in part by perestroika and the sovereign union and the new alliances being formed in Western Europe. The president is hoping that such global changes will precipitate a political stability that will enable worldwide peace to be realized in our time. Right? Yah has promised. He has promised a new world order will one day emerge, a time when world peace, prosperity, plenty will fill the earth, a time when wars, famines, floods, disease, and corruption will be things of the past. Theologians call this time the Millennium Kingdom. The word millennium means 1,000 mile or mil years, annus, right? And refers to Yahushua 1,000-year reign on the earth. Although the word millennium never occurred in the Bible, the phrase 1,000 years appears 6 times in Revelation 20, right? So while President Bush's aspiration for a new world order of intentional peace is admirable, it will never become a reality. So like it would never become a reality in our day. What awaits the world is an accelerated time of peril, and see, that's why I'm finna get in the book of Enoch, because this is judgment. Everything going on, it's the peril, it's the war, rumors of wars, it's the all that, and then you got the sons of man. They doing their own practice. It ain't no security. Like right now, you know what I'm saying? We ain't the willing security. We ain't secure right now. So it's like. And then, just like I read this morning when I was on live, we got the security, right? And then ended up with saying, oh, it was my own security. It was my own. You know what I'm saying? I did this. So then now you walking on your own. You walking on that. Right? That's what they walking on. So, and then, like I said, a lot of what's going on is messianic. Like a lot of it is like we initiating people. So I know it sounds like it's that big spider web. It's that one loop, woo. But it's all gonna come together. You're gonna see all of it come together. So look, in that day, true world peace, prosperity will emerge among the nations. It will last for 8,000 years. right? Right? Tell you, man. Right now, people being cooked. Why you hear people be, oh man, I'm finna cook. Then next thing you know, electromagnetics. Cause we in a time of purging, bro. If you ain't getting down with this new world order, for one, and if the saints, if you a saint or you a elect or you any one of them, or you just a modern day prophet, you back on the earth, a prophet back on the earth, you any one of them, bro. Or you just a person who believe and you stay on the times, you be on the times, and you look for the time, you watch for the time, you watch for the righteous judgment, you try to execute the judgment and all that. This is the persecution, that big that great tribulation, all that. It gotta come to pass. So, and the wars is warring against your perception. We dealing with perception wars now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's all dystopian types of warfare. It ain't like, okay, boom, you know, just a little when we first started out. This is the dystopian. This is now we gonna get the masses to accept it. Then this gonna be a reality. This that type of concept. So boom. Alright, so resurrection from with the Lord. Now John wrote, blessed and holy is he that have part in the first resurrection. Just gotta show you where we headed. All these satanic ritual abuses, all that. We're gonna get in Noah, but we gonna dive deep into Noah. I'm saying we gotta get in this. We gotta get in the scrolls, bro. Right now it's staying in the scrolls, being in the scrolls, continue. Remember, out of the parachute. You know what I'm saying? Out of the parachute, you gotta understand. These one multitude or this one empire might be like, oh, these people, Father, or like how they said Jerusalem, aha. But you gotta know what Abba gonna do. Cause that's what been you know, being spewed out too. They saying Jerusalem, they saying Zion, they aha. You know what I'm saying? We know what he said concerning that. You know what I'm saying? We know it. Tired, all you gotta do is look up Tired. Go to the scrolls concerning Tired. I think that's I usually say Tyree or Tired. But I usually say Tyree. But either or. Either or, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you got all nations conspiring right now. It's cracking off right now, bro. Right now. So, right? Okay. Now John wrote, blessed and holy is he that have part in the first resurrection. Revelation 20:6. The first resurrection is also called resurrection of life. Right? John 5:29, resurrection of the just. Luke 14:14, and a better resurrection. Hebrew 11:35. Alright, so boom. A better resurrection. So resurrection of life. Right. Resurrection of life. Resurrection of life. Got to know all nations gonna rise up. And if you ain't accepted to Israel, if you didn't accept that, you gonna be right along with the enemies trying to come against your people. If you ain't accepted, even if you came among you and showed you, and if you ain't accepted, yes, you will be right along with the enemies, going against the people. Because that's you already made the covenant with it. You already was in that bed with it. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta understand, all the lines was being blurred already. A lot of stuff was being blurred already, bro. So, John chapter 5:29. 5:29, right? Boom. The resurrection of life, the resurrection of the just, Luke 14:14, and a better resurrection, Hebrew 11:35. So, just, boom. Better resurrection. Tell you, now is they trying to turn everything totalitarian. Everything now they trying to turn it totalitarian. Everything. Man. Everything now is totalitarian. And it's cause we already, bro. The US is done already, bro. It don't matter how many trips and all this, bro, we can do and act like we, bro. The US done, bro. Once the dollar fell, once it fully fall, bro, you gonna see it. You seeing it now, but it ain't. You can't really see it. Once you really see that the dollar fell, when they really show that, bro. Really, if you ask me, I don't even think they gonna even broadcast it, bro. It's just gonna happen one day. And everybody gonna be going crazy. Everybody gonna be just doing stuff. Cause look, all these came about. They start going to go get tissue and shit. They got more tissue than food, bro. When that happened. So when that happened, when you don't got no money, when you don't got no money, when you ain't got no money. Because the money gonna be official level. So when you ain't got no money, it's gonna be like, damn. It's pretty much gonna be like, damn.
Huh? You remember that?
It's pretty much gonna be like, damn. What we gonna go after? Because most people invested their life with money. Most people put their life on the line and invested a lot into this money, bro. And now that we seeing it ain't back by man.
So you just be in your bed, scrolling through YouTube. Not being alone.
You know what I'm saying?
You like anime, don't you? Nigga, you can't even eat about you don't watch Demon Slayer. You know. See, you never see Demon Slayer. Bro, stop whining with me. You for real?
So boom.
We gotta watch some anime, bro.
First resurrection may be defined as followers. The house is the first fruits of resurrected saints, after which there will be a general resurrection in various stages of all believers to reign with them in their glorified bodies on earth during the millennium. First Corinthians 15:20 through 23. Right. Right. So right. So Revelation chapter 20 through 5, verse 6. Right. So look, this resurrection will include saints who were resurrected immediately after Yahushua's resurrection. Right.
Nigga, you know who CJ so cool is, nigga. Stop acting. You know who CJ so cool is.
Right.
You probably didn't watch that way, though. You watch video games, didn't you? So, Berleezy. Caleb City. I'm Dante. Leonard. You all watch Hot Snap. Speed. You see how I'm just able to name everything you watch? It's just all the same shit. There's like 1 of 4 people on YouTube.
So boom, I think I was out resurrection. So that's Matthew 27 and 57 and 53.
The people who watch Market Wire.
Right. Rapture believers. 1 Thessalonians 4 and 16 and 17. The 2 witnesses, Revelation 11 and 2. Martyrs of the tribulation, Revelation 20 and 4. And Old Testament saints, right? Old Testament saints.
More about comedy YouTube than gaming YouTube.
Right.
And then you got people who just get on YouTube to search for stuff.
Okay, boom.
Then there's the people on YouTube who watch fake couples or like little YouTube groups who prank on each other. And then there's people who use it for their, I guess you can put that with people who look at how to do shit. And then there's niggas who watch How To Basic. You know who he is? Yeah. He on you toward that little man. Where is it going? Right. Where is it going? He can't even laugh.
So, hey, Ezekiel, not Ezekiel, but Enoch, they gonna be burning the gist, bro. Let's get that. Cause I'm gonna touch on everything, and it's gonna be like, boom, I'm touching this, then I'm gonna touch that, then I'm gonna tell you, watch this.
That's why you got that belly right there.
So look.
You would choose.
Enoch. Hold on, I got this right here. So boom. Alright. Enoch. I'm saying, bro, Gentiles, you gotta understand, the Gentiles is doing a lot. They trying to alter blood, they trying to alter DNA, they trying to alter genetics. I'm saying, with these databases, they trying to be like as I presented once before, they gonna try to play God. I'm telling you. They gonna try to play out. So, right. So,
I came in here for your roommate Trey, to be honest.
So,
I'm just high.
And be not sorrowful that your soul descended to Sheol. Now this Enoch 102 verse 5. Be not sorrowful that your souls descend into Sheol, which is hell, right? And great trouble and lamentation and sorrow and in grief that your bodies have not found in your life as your goodness deserved, but rather on a day which you were like the sinners, and on the day of the curse and the punishment. And when ye die, the sinners speak over you, as we die, the just die. And what benefit have they in their deed, right? So we've been getting a lot of this type of demeanor, right? So look, behold, as we, they have died in anxiety and in darkness, right? And what advantage have they over us? From now on, we are equal. So they saying they trying to compare sinning to justice, being just, right? So what will they receive and what will they see to eternity? For behold, they too have died, and from now on to eternity they do not see the light. I tell you, sinners, it is significant for you to eat and drink to make a man naked, right? Now, listen to what they just said.
Bruh,
I
never
tell you,
mind
sinners,
off like this.
it is significant for you to eat and drink, to make a man naked, and to rob, and to sin, and to acquire wealth, and to see good days. Have ye seen the just, how their end was peace, because no oppression was found in them to the day of their death. Now they were destroyed and became as if they had not been, and they sold the sinner into Sheol and trouble. Right? So now we 03. We gonna keep reading. We gonna go through chapters.
Damn, this bed is uncomfortable.
Alright, so
Whose bed is this? What? Where's his mattress?
So, and now I swear to you, the just by his glory, his great glory, and his honor, by his honorous kingdom, and by his greatness, I swear to you, I know this mystery, and I have read in the tablets of the third heavens, and I have seen the book of the holy ones, and have found written in it and inscribed on their account that all goodness and joy and honor are prepared for them, and are written down for the spirits of those, right? For the spirits of those who have died in justice. That much is given to you as a reward for your labor, and that your portion is better than the portion of the living. So he said the blood that's on the ground that's crying out to the Abba. You know what I'm saying? Their portion gonna be better than the ones who live in. Everybody, you know, who are teased and be like, I'm still alive, you know. Tell you, so look, your souls will live, ye who have died in justice, and your spirits will rejoice and be glad, and their remembrance will be before the face of the great one to all the generations of eternity, and now do not fear their shame. Woe to ye sinners, if you die in your sins, and those who are like you, saying concerning you, blessed are they. Right? The sinners, they have seen all the days, and now they have died in good fortune and wealth. Right? And have not seen trouble or murder. Right? In their life and glory, they have died, and judgment has not passed over them in their life. Do you know that their souls will be caused to descend in Sheol, and they will be ill with them, and trouble great, and darkness, and in toads, and in a burning flame, their spirit will burn. Right at the great judgment, and that great judgment will be for all generations to eternity. Woe to you, for ye will have no peace. Say not, right? Say not to the judge and good who are in life. In the days of our need, right? In the days of our need, we have endured labor, have seen our need, and have met much evil. So right now, we mean that much evil.
Don't break my shit, dude.
Right. So.
Don't break my shit. Woo. Don't break my shit. Shit. For real, nigga. Woo. Alright, bro. Break my shit. That's your ass. That's your ass. You break my shit. Woo. It's so heavy. Woo. Get out, nigga.
Alright. Bam. Right, so I got 2 and I'm at 2 or 3 right now. So what did I get so far? Oh, he said the dead portion, the dead's portion is gonna be better than the living portion. Better than the living portion. Alright, so alright. The dead portion is better than the living portion. Tell you, they gonna burn. They gonna burn the they're gonna be burning the jets, man. You know what I'm saying? Mama purging right now. Mama purging right now, man. And just cause she purging, don't look at the fact the ones who purging, who helping her purge, is the ones who won't be purged. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand. As we hear now, a lot of people talk about sides. Abba never said nothing about a side. He told us not to go to and fro. And right now, it's a lot of to and fro. You feel me? So, the fact that that's going on, you know, it's pretty much like, you know, it's pretty much like, what should I say? It's pretty much like, it's a lot of, bro, it's just really lawless right now, bro. Really, that just really the point blank, like, it's lawless. And so boom, in the living, he said now they have died in good fortune and wealth. They have not seen trouble. Yes, okay. Do you know that? Okay. Okay, so he said, do you know that their souls will be caused to descend to Sheol, and it will be ill with them, and their trouble great, and in darkness, and in toes, right, and in burning flame, their spirit will burn at the great judgment, and a great judgment will be for all nations to attend the walk through. Okay, bro. Okay. It says, so say not to the just and good who are in life. In the days of our need, we have endured labor, and have seen our need, and have met much evil, right? Right. Right. In the days of our need, we have seen our need, and have met much evil, and have been injured and diminished, and our spirit became small. Right? We have been destroyed and there, okay. Right? So injuries, you're gonna have injuries. 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 You know what I'm saying? Low countings. Diminished. Right. Alright, so alright, boom. Spirit small, low counting. Yeah. Low countenance. Alright, covenant. I mean, not covenant, but low countenance. Low countenance. Boom. So we have been destroyed, and there was none to help us with word and deed. We were incapable and entertained to nothing, whatever. Right? We were tortured. Right? He said we were tortured and destroyed, and did not hope to see life day by day. We hope to be the head and were the tail. Okay, this Judah. This Israel right here. That's how you know. We hope to be the head and were the tail. We labor exceedingly and did not gain by our labor. We became food for sinners. You know it's precise. You know I was gonna do it to where it's precise. He gonna show you it's precise. He say we labor exceedingly and did not gain by our labor. We became food for sinners, and the unjust laid their yoke heavy upon us. Come on, man. It's judgment, bro. It's judgment, and this the tribulation for the saints, martyrs, the prophets, all that. Come on, man. What do you say? You became food. You became human feed. Or I'ma just say you became food. Israel became food. And let's be real. Not only food, you became drinks. Some people use you as a vessel to drink out you, to empty you. These dealing with the emptiers and the wasters. Some people use you as a vessel, like that was the Most High. They use you as a drinking vessel. Right? You know what I'm saying? Drained you out. Became food. You see how precise he is, bro. You don't see how precise he is, man. You don't see how precise he is.
Niggas in here playing the game. I would come beat y'all.
Food. Yeah, they became food. tortured, destroyed. Right, tortured, destroyed. And then it's crazy because something just told me to hop back into the book of Enoch. This was like, what? This was like this just was a couple days. I ain't gonna lie. It was like Tuesday, Monday. Hop into the book of Enoch. Got into the book of Enoch. I went straight to chapter 100. I went down. Come on, man. He said, I'm supposed to be getting me, boy. Our folks, but this already had happened. You know what I'm saying? So everything, you know how it goes. The battle acts repeat itself. So boom. You gotta know. You guys to know, man. You guys to know, bro. When the tribes rise, bro, they gonna target the tribes, bro. They gonna eugenics. They gonna do all that, bro. Byword, all that. You know what I'm saying? That's why, because like I said, we got brothers who going past the 12 tribe description, all that. They going past and showing you who the people is too. That these people ain't calling some tribes and groups of people, and they ain't even calling them, they ain't even, you know, stating them, they the people. They don't even, you know, he said they laid their yoke heavy up on us. Come on, man. He precise with it. He precise. Real precise. Man. They ain't getting in detail of what they did, and I want to get into it. This is like all the stuff y'all went through. Hey, they say, oh, he got hung on it. See, at first they said a cross. Then you go down to some more verses. They say a tree. So we know what it is. It's just discernment, bro. And it shows you what who he was. You know what I'm saying? As ethnicity. It shows you who he was. Dealing with the culture background. Because for one, you said a tree. You said a cross. But then you said a tree. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know that they gave you a lie and then told you the truth, just to see if you're gonna pick up the truth. So, come on, man. Come on, man. Said torture and destroy. So boom. He said this bro, that's in Deuteronomy. That right there is Deuteronomy, bro, right there. That right there, Deuteronomy, bro. That right there is Deuteronomy, bro. He said that's one of the curses. That's like one of the curses. Rerun of the curses, right? That's right. That's Deuteronomy, bro. He said we were tortured, destroyed, and did not hope to see life day to day. That's Deuteronomy, bro. He said we hope to be the head and were the tail. We labored exceedingly and did not gain by our labors. We became food for sinners, and unjust laid the yoke heavily upon us. Those who hated and those who beat us because our rulers, became our rulers. Those who beat us became our rulers. So this just shows you Israel. Because you gotta understand, everybody wasn't trying to do the right, wasn't trying to be moving upright. They weren't trying to live upright. So, along with that, with our enemies, you had our own people who was crowning these same people who would beat down the apostles, the disciples, all the people that did the work, the priests and all. Man, bro, they helped deliver up these people to get smoked. So look, those who beat up became our rulers, and we bent our necks to our haters. He said we bent our necks to our haters, and they did not pity us. Ain't no mercy, bro, and we ain't looking for it. Cause it gotta come to pass, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no mercy, bro. Only one we looking for mercy from is from the Abba, bro. Now, if Abba make you have a change of heart, then yeah. You know what I'm saying? We gonna move in the uprightness. But at the end of the day, bro, you gonna beat us, slaughter us all day. Yeah, bro. We ain't looking for no mercy from you, bro. You know what I'm saying? These are righteous battle acts. At the end of the day. We know that all this is New World Order. Everything, like I stated. It ain't even what I'm stating. It's about, nigga, what we seeing. Like, bro, all this is New World Order. They put it, our people accepted it, and now they rolling, now they moving in it. Now they moving in the behavior of it. They minionized, and now we moving in the behavior of it. Bro. Right. So boom. Towards the destroy. Okay, yoke, heavy yoke. Which we knew that was already coming. We can correlate that with the book of Jeremiah. I think 30. Not 30. It's probably, I'm gonna say 26 and on down. Say 26 and on down. Damn, bro, I already back. It's like 26 and on down. You know what I'm saying? We gotta walk in the righteous judgment, battle acts, the history, whatever gonna come to pass, bro. And this Abba, we gotta go through it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's heavy. This ain't nothing, nigga. This ain't nothing, bro. Like I done seen my brother and sister get the truth. And it was sweet. It was like honey. They ate it. Cause I was the same way. It was honey. Nigga, when they got the kicking in and it got bitter, hit their stomach, it got bitter, bro. Boy. But it's the understanding part of it though. See, if you got the understanding why I was sweet, and you remained in the same demeanor, you was good, you know, you was good. I already back on. Okay, he said the unjust laid their yoke heavily upon us. Those who hated us, those who hated us, those who beat us became our rulers. We bent our neck to our haters, and they did not pity us. So it was no mercy, so heavily yoked. Right? The oppressors became rulers. They got crowned right after that.
Why we need this so early? So who you need this so early?
You know, the master room clean up. Man, I think because, you know, on a certain day, when we come in, we just stay in for the rest. And then the next day, shit, I think we do this every day. Like the master don't clean up, but we don't, you know, just stay in. Out of the one day of the week, we end up, you know, we just stay in. But I don't know if this today or ain't nobody out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this probably the day they in.
This ain't acting alone.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm telling you, bro.
Like, you go for real.
For real. It is.
So, hey, dude, I was like, I asked him if I could smoke a cigarette. I seen there ain't nobody outside. Like, then I can't smoke a cigarette if I go in that bitch. He was like, nah, you gotta go straight to the dorm. I'm like, damn, then we ain't gonna be able to go back outside. How the fuck am I smoking a cigarette?
Nah, you still, man. Yeah. You ain't gonna be able to go out there and do none of that, but you can't smoke cigarette. You understand? Yeah. All you gotta do is talk to Mr. Terry. Like, as long as you don't go far nowhere or something. So, yeah, the oppressors, it said those who hated and those who beat us became our rulers. So, oppressors, right? Oppressors, after they oppressed and they beat and they, you know, all that, and they, you know, they chased down, they trailed, they was crowned, you know what I'm saying? They was crowned. So look, that we been throwing this through our roots, okay. So, oppressors became rulers, crown, became crown, right? He said, and we desired to go from them in order to flee and to rest, but we did not find. Remember, Abba said, what was that? Remember, Abba just said that. We ain't gonna find no rest. We ain't gonna find no rest for our feet, bro. That's how you know what I'm saying? We dealing with the eugenics and all that, and the bywords. And they'll be like, oh, you white, or you this, you that, you that. You will know who the people is based on his word. You gonna see it. You gonna see who gonna get persecuted. You gonna see all that. Just like you gonna see who with who. You gonna see it. The best believe. Best believe, bro. You know. Ain't nobody getting persecuted the most more than Israel, bro. Even if you don't even accept that you Israel right now, but deep down, if you was in your understanding self of that matter, bro, don't nobody get oppressed more than Israel, bro. Now, don't get me wrong, there's other countries and whatnots that, you know, there's other countries that oppress their own. Like, we get oppressed by everybody. I didn't been oppressed on airplanes and everything, seen by different people of culture background. Like, I didn't got on airplanes with my fringes. I'm talking about, that was new. My borders was new. My ribbon, all that was new, fresh, priestly, nigga. The blue ribbon, priest, and they bro. Like, bro, we in that time now where we finna see more brothers with they garment. Finna see more brothers moving in their truth. Not just, you know what I'm saying, not just their truth, but you understand it's still a spiritual walk. At the end of the day, you still moving based on your truth, how you came into the truth. So it's like you still Abba within you, so it's your truth, but it's his truth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, boom. Now you gotta understand, bro. The persecution gonna get wild, bro. The persecution gonna get wild. And Enoch, I like getting into Enoch because it get, you know, them lost books. Even if you ain't got this, you know, you can get an app on your phone. You can get the book. That's what I got for right now, because I'm about to get I gotta get the book of Enoch. Then the fact that the book of Enoch is Ethiopian. It's an Ethiopian book. I gotta get it, because, bro, they're my people. Yeah, they're my people, bro. Beautiful people. Beautiful people. Beautiful, bro. I know y'all know about Queen Sheba. We got Israelite brothers who was probably more than like they had some. Bro, this how I know. And then a lot of people try to say Ethiopian ain't Hebrew, but I'm gonna show you how is that when most of Africa is looked at as the face of Ethiopia. That's bro. If you know about Ophir, we ain't scratch Africa. If you know about Ophir, you know that most of Ophir is Ethiopia. Tigray, Gaza, all that. Come on, bro. But I think I probably already done put it on the podcast before. I put it on the live before, bro. Nigga, he was just stating, oh, bro, man. Matter of fact, Salaki, no, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna continue to get this, right? And then cause I told you, we're gonna bounce everywhere. We're gonna bounce with it, cause it's gonna bring the fullness, but we're gonna bounce everywhere. So, you know what I'm saying? Stay grounded and girded, cause that's how it's coming anyway. That's how I will bring it in anyway, bro. That's how you bring it in anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, check it out. So, like, what we hearing? All we hearing is, I ain't trying to hear that. It's deeper than just, I ain't trying to hear that, or you just saying it based on whatever the circumstance is. You got to understand the correlation of what people saying and what main phrase is being used. Because it ties to that main phrase could be tied to a scripture, or it can be tied to a certain appointed time of Abba. For real, like, you see, he said we complain to the rulers of our trouble and our pain over those who devoured us, but they did not attend to our cry and did not wish to hear our voice. They helped those who robbed and devoured us. You see that? So it was people that was probably genuine, had a pure intention with us, right? And the fact that they, you know, they gotta torture them. It's the same method. It's the same hazing. They gotta torture them, bro. I done seen genuine people, bro. Where, bro, they genuine. They give you it's a genuine intention. You know what I mean? Y'all can sit, talk, and chop it up. You never, bro. You don't get no bad vibe. You don't sit and be like, damn, in your head, I gotta watch this. You don't get that. But then it's like, once they be there, wherever we at for a good minute, that's when the minionizing going on. That's where you get tortured in your head and you see the attitude, bro. You will see an attitude. It won't be towards nobody. You will just see them and you will see the expressions. If you read people, you pick up on, okay, this person's just cool, then he genuine. And then you see how the surroundings pollute. I'm telling you, a lot of people be like that, bro. They'll be genuine, they come off genuine, but then they get around a certain polluted area where it's quick, it's easy. It's almost like a drug. You know what I'm saying? You come around clean, you all clean, not just saying you the most cleanest person, because you still got, even if you ain't on drugs, you still got a habit in some type of way. Right? You come around, you good, to a certain extent. And then it be like, nigga, something happen, like it be a certain chemical, like, cause people be thinking you smoke and then some be a chemical, or you put something to it for, nah, bro, we are a chemical. Impulse is a chemical. You can be around so many impulses and be polluted, bro. You letting it into you, and then you're ingesting it. You know what I'm saying? You ingesting it and then you digesting it like food, bro. See, food ain't just food. Food ain't nothing you just put in your stomach. It ain't just that. You got other types of food too that you take in. You get things that you see can be a food, and then you take it in. Then you digest it. Bro, it's different. Like it's real different. So look. And they helped those who robbed and devoured us and those who diminished us. And they made secret their oppression, so that they did not remove their yoke from us, but devoured us and scattered us and murdered us, and they kept secret our murder and did not think of it. And they had lifted up their hands against us. Right? Enoch chapter 104. I'm telling you, I'm getting through all. I'm gonna go to where it's a decent amount where I stop, and then I'm gonna get to the next. All right. Tell you. So, this 104, verse 1, I swear to you, Judgementz, that in the third heaven the angels will have a remembrance concerning you for good, behold, before the glory of the great one, your names will be written before the glory of the glory of the great one. Hope for. At first you were disgraced and evil and need, but now ye will shine like the luminaries of the third heavens, and will be seen, and the portals of the third heavens will be open.
It's like a box I can use until I get on.
Ooh, it's crazy. I just seen the box today too. Let's see. Might be
My
over.
shit on the van and shit.
Actually, I'll probably get you one.
You said the snake. You said
What
the
do
one.
with this? I mean, I got some shit with me.
So you go about some shirts. It was a thing that you dressed.
I got some shit with me.
Shit, what kind of y'all too?
Yeah, yo.
Oh shit, yeah. How much you selling for?
Trying to pay for it.
Shit, it depends. They look bad. Shit, not to me.
They look bad.
Shit, let me get it. You got some shit on me. Too bad, man. If you got extra hot to read on me, too bad, man. You don't, sir.
You see you trying to do it now?
Oh, shit, let me see what you get. Man, let me get 2 of these. 1 of these. 2 of these. Man. Oh, yeah, I'm from snake. Hold on, I'm going to calculate out before we leave.
Hey, you got 5 days, man.
5 days. There's something over there. There's something there.
Ain't say no 3 4 there. This only for you, man. I ain't
Oh, shit, I did my bad. I ain't know you was that.
you straight. I know the struggle shit. Somebody else in there now, bro. Ain't feeling it.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. This shit's yours, it's sick.
Shit, one of these, right?
Yeah.
And
2 of them. 2 Cheetos. If you don't got 2 Cheetos, alright, good. Appreciate it.
do that sitting at the table. I can't go in the room. I mean, man, I had so many adapters when I came here, bro. I got flip phones and everything. I ain't got no adapter. What they take? What they take?
She really just drove around the city.
It's lucky. So, where we left off at is 104 verse 6. It said, and now fear not. Fear not ye just when ye see the sinners strengthening and rejoicing in their desires, right? And be not associates with them, but keep far from their oppression, for ye shall be companions of the host of the third heavens. Ye sinners, although ye say we cannot search it out, all our sins are not written down, and still they will continually write down your sins every day, right? And now I show it to you, that light and darkness, day and night, see all your sins, right? Be not, what he say? Be not piteous in your heart, and do not lie. Do not change the words of rectitude, right? It's like you, and do not call a lie. It's like so. Boom. So, and now I show it to you, that light and darkness, day and night, and see. Okay, yeah, day and night, and see all your sins. Be not impious in your heart, and do not lie, and do not change the word. Lucky. In your hearts, and do not lie, and do not change the words and ridicule, and do not call a lie the words of holy and great ones, and do not glorify your idols, for all your untruth and all your impurity will not be to you for a justification, but for a great sin. And now I know this misery, that the words of ridicule will be changed, and many sinners will rebel, right? Many sinners will rebel and will speak wicked words, and will lie and make great works and write books concerning their words, right? But when they write all my words and ridicule in their languages, and do not change or abridge anything of my words, but write all in ridicule all that I have first testified on their account, then I know another mystery, that books will be given to just. Alright? Right? Let me log in here real quick. right? Verse Endtimez, my words and right and ridicule all that I have first testified on the account. Then I know another mystery, that books will be given to just. Books will be given to just and to the wise for joy and for ridicule and for much wisdom. And the books will be given to them that will believe in them and will rejoice in them. And then all the just who have learned all the paths of ridicule out of them will be rewarded. So right, we pretty much got what that's about, bro. We ain't gonna stay on Enoch too long, but we need to get into Apocrypha. We need to get into Apocrypha real quick. So I might get into 4. Right, I might get into 4. Give not thy honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee a strange. Hold on. Be a good cheer people, my people. More Israel. You was okay, yeah, right here. Say, oh Israel, happy are we for things that are pleasing to Yah, who made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people. The memorial of Israel, you were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved, right? They awoke in the wrath.
Yo, Marcus.
Yeah.
Mr. Brown, he'll come drop it off to you. Got it, but he got to come bring it to you.
Okay.
So, it's on the way, G.
All right, appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Woo!
But because ye moved Yah to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies, right? For ye provoked him that made you by sacrifice unto devils, and not to Yah. Ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. For when she saw the wrath of Yah coming upon you, she said, hearken, O ye that dwell upon or about Zion, Yah have brought upon me great mourning. Okay, so this what we getting into now. And then we officially gonna be into what's happening right now concerning all this electrolyte. I mean, not electrolyte, but electromagnetics.
I ain't know what dude with it. Todd skinny dude with it. I thought he was sleeping there with y'all. Dude had headphones on. That be with Talia.
Oh, I don't know what room they moved to.
Alright.
It's like, yeah. For when she saw the wrath. Okay, okay.
Machines in the room chat.
Y'all have brought upon me great mourning, for I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them. With joy did I nourish them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning. Let no man rejoice over me, a widow or forsaken of many, who for the sins of my children am left desolate. But they departed from the law of Yah. They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor tried in the paths. Nor tried in the paths of the discipline. Let me see. And in his righteousness, let them that dwell about Zion come. And remember ye the captivity of my sons and my daughters, which the everlasting have brought you. Okay. Everlasting have brought upon them. Alright, so
He jumped in the shower. He bring my box. He just plug it up over there for me.
alright, man. For he had brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation in a strange language, who neither reverence old man nor pity child. Look at that. He said the description of who he bought him, of who he bought, right? Who he bought onto, unto Israel concerning that captivity. Right? So, for he hath brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation, in a strange language, who neither reference old man nor pity child. These have carried away the dear beloved children, right? The dear beloved children, and left her that was alone desolate with our daughters. But what can I help you? For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hand of your enemies. Go your way, O my children, go your way, for I am left desolate. Right? I have put off the clothing of peace and put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. I will cry unto the everlasting in my days. Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Lord, and he will deliver you from the power and the hand of the enemies. Right? So this is the time for that rooftop. You know what I'm saying? Scream and cry on that rooftop, man. It's the hour. You know what I'm saying? It's the hour for that. It's the hour for that. So now what we're gonna head into? Oh, that was Baruch 120. 4 and chapter 4. I'm gonna just say chapter 4. Right. So now how they said how she ended up telling me. It's crazy. It's like hold on, how this person Right, so now we hopping into Jeremiah. Alright, and while that's playing, I'm gonna be hopping into this to show y'all how the electromagnetic is being used underground to basically like poison people. You know what I'm saying? And eventually gonna be used for a classification, a medical classification, corruption. It's gonna be all COVID, it was COVID, or you know, people set up like we real deal in devil culture, bro. Remember when I was talking about the actors who are they'll basically have these masks on. Ain't nobody else got a mask on, but they got a mask. They'll select these people. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it though. Alright. So let's get into it. The Havana syndrome. The gang stalking and Havana syndrome.
Snatched or assimilated. It's obvious that the people on television don't pass the Turing test.
This is what we dealing with right now.
Most of the
Before
people
I
around
get into
you,
Jeremiah,
especially when you bring up the obvious facts of what's going on, it almost feels like you're all alone, like you're the only human left. Do you ever get that feeling? Of course you do. Now the question is, what happened to all of these other people? We think we have an answer to that. And the key to understanding what happened to these people is this Havana syndrome. It's this phenomenon of targeted individuals and gang stalking, like something is coming after them, trying to get them. This is the assimilation. The Havana syndrome is the assimilation process. Many of us thought maybe it was the vaccines, maybe it was the fast food, maybe they've put it in the water, the nanotech or whatever is assimilating people. But perhaps there's something else going on. And our feeling here, and of course this is just a hypothesis at this stage, our feeling here is that this Havana syndrome, gang stalking, targeted individual phenomenon is the process of assimilation that has happened to each and every one of the zombies or the NPCs that are out there in this matrix. They experienced the Havana syndrome and they were assimilated. And those that are resisting the assimilation are experiencing the Havana syndrome, the torture, the gang stalking, and the like. But our conclusion right now, and this is important, is that this Havana syndrome is the process of assimilation that has taken over the world. And all of the zombies, all of the NPCs have been hit by this assimilation, by this Havana syndrome. And when they were hit with it, they basically capitulated right away and surrendered and were taken over. There seems to be an element of free will that's involved with this assimilation. And most people, when they experience the targeting, the strange vibrations, the microwave attacks, the telepathy, the thought life intrusion, they basically immediately surrender and the demons take over. And so this is a very important concept to understand, because chances are each and every one of you will encounter this or have encountered this to a certain extent already. And so what happens is that at first you are met with some type of electric shock therapy, energy weapon attacks, strange vibrations that is accompanied with thought life intrusion or telepathy that tells you you're being targeted, you're going to be killed unless you comply. And with the added effect of the energy weapons, people, go for it, hook, line, and sinker. But this phenomenon has been experienced by millions of people. There are countless accounts of people encountering these demonic aliens, if you will. And these encounters usually involve strange vibrations and energy weapon attacks. And so it's all related. And all of these people that have these encounters with these demonic alien entities, whether they be indigo children or star children or new agers, they're talking to something, they're talking to someone, and their encounters are all pretty similar to the Havana syndrome. And so if you've experienced the strange vibrations, whether it's in the middle of the night when you're waking up or in other places, you're thinking to yourself, you're under attack. And many people have had telepathic experiences as well. And it's all basically trying to convert them into a type of demonic incubator. So this is the current to understanding what happened to these people is this Havana syndrome. It's this phenomenon of targeted individuals and gang stalking, like something is coming after them, trying to get them. This is the assimilation. The Havana syndrome is the assimilation process. Many of us thought maybe it was the vaccines, maybe it was, and when they were hit with it, they basically capitulated right away and surrendered and were taken over. There seems to be an element of free will that's involved with this assimilation. And most people, when they experience the targeting, the strange vibrations, the microwave attacks, the telepathy, the thought life intrusion, they basically immediately surrender and the demons take over. And so this is a very important concept to understand, because chances are each and every one of you will encounter this or have encountered this to a certain extent already. And so what happens is that at first you are met with some type of electric shock therapy, energy weapon attacks, strange vibrations that is accompanied with thought life intrusion or telepathy that tells you you're being targeted, you're going to be killed unless you comply. And with the added effect of the energy weapons, people, go for it, hook, line, and sinker. But this phenomenon has been experienced by millions of people. There are countless accounts of people encountering these demonic aliens, if you will. And these encounters usually involve strange vibrations and energy weapon attacks. And so it's all related, and all of these people that have these encounters with these demonic alien entities, whether they be
a couple of those things,
indigo children or star children or new agers, they're talking to something, they're talking to someone, and their encounters are all pretty similar to the Havana syndrome. And so if you've experienced the strange vibrations, whether it's in the middle of the night when you're waking up or in other places, you're thinking to yourself, you're under attack. And many people have had telepathic experiences as well. And it's all basically trying to convert them into a type of demonic incubator. So this is the current understanding of what's going on with the Havana syndrome. It is the process of assimilation, and those that are being tortured by it aren't going to talk about the telepathic aspects of the situation, because it would make their situation seem even crazier than it is. But there's no denying this Havana syndrome, these directed energy weapon attacks anymore. There's no denying that this is happening. And so what people will deny that is happening is the thought life intrusion that accompanies these energy weapon attacks. And their purpose is quite clear: to convert you, to have you basically violate the expectations of your faith, to basically bring you down and destroy you from the religious perspective. And as the torture goes on, it becomes abundantly clear that demons are trying to dock with you and take you over like a kind of virus. And that's all the more reason to put on the full armor as it's described in Ephesians 6:13, because the only way you're going to survive the torture and the assimilation is by going into full spiritual warfare mode, basically. At least that's been the experience over here. I've seen the accounts of others that are being tortured by this system, and it's just non-stop. They're sleeping outdoors, they're screaming in the middle of the night. Nobody can hear them, nobody can help them, because everyone around them has already been assimilated. And so for the people that are not protecting themselves, it's the worst torture imaginable. Non-stop torture. And so our recommendation is that everybody prepare to shield like their lives depended on it. We recommend that people start practicing making armor, a helmet, a breastplate, a girdle, a shield, and of course, sandals or shoes. Because it's more difficult than you might think to be a tailor and a blacksmith. But you're going to need it like you're walking into Fukushima or Chernobyl. And we recommend, every shielding strategy known to man when it comes to materials and ideas. And so you should be an expert in electrical engineering, in a sense, as much as everything else. But right now, our conclusion is that this Savannah syndrome is linked to the assimilation that is body snatched millions, if not billions, of people already on planet Earth. And those that are going through it right now think of themselves as targeted individuals. But it's so much worse than that. It's not just the government coming after you. It's the demonic forces of wickedness from heavenly places that are coming after you, that have already body snatched, government and corporations and the like. So in a sense, yes, government is coming after you. Big tech, Skynet is coming after you, but it's all run by the demonic pyramid on the back of the dollar bill. Beyond that is even more speculation as far as how long has this been going on? When does this happen to people? When do they get assimilated exactly? Is it right away? Is it in their teens, their 20s, their 30s? How long can you make it through without being assimilated? It's a big X factor. And chances are it really depends on your faith. Again, this seems to be a matter of free will, and they want you to capitulate and renounce your faith and to accept the demonic takeover. And so chances are your faith is your biggest protection in terms of what's going on out there. And people lose their faith at different stages in their life, most of which happens now either in high school or when they go to college. Few Christians make it through college, make it through their 20s with their faith intact. It's very difficult with all of the propaganda, all of the doubts, all of the indoctrination, everything that's in the mass media, etc.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, hold on.
Of people have been body snatched, infected by some kind of alien demonic parasite. There is no doubt about this intelligence report. The only question is, what happens next? The world is being terraformed before our very eyes. The extermination has already begun. And the evidence is overwhelming. Many skeptics will laugh. Many of the controlled opposition will show up and say, this is nonsense, but essentially, this is confirmed. Billions of people have been body snatched by some kind of alien, demonic parasite. It essentially lives inside people like some kind of shadow creature, and it communicates with others, with other parasites, like a hive. They're currently working to destroy humanity and to destroy the planet. That should be very obvious for everyone to see. Many people debate why this is happening. Is it Klaus Schwab? Is it Bill Gates? Is it the New World Order? And as soon as you start talking about aliens, people want to talk about something else. People want to make excuses for why this is not happening. But essentially, it has happened. We are living in some kind of science fiction movie, and it's only going to get worse. That's why it's important that all humans that are out there are aware of what's going on. You've probably had the suspicion that there's something wrong with the world. Is it the Matrix? Perhaps you've had the impression that you're being gang-stalked. Is it the government? No. Is it the New World Order? No. It is, in fact, a demonic alien invasion, and it looks like it's been going on for quite some time. And now that people are starting to become aware of what's going on, it looks like they're going to reset humanity. What we can say for sure is that it does not appear to be the year 2023 based on what's actually happening behind the scenes. Alien technology, far advanced, to say the least, is currently embedded just about everywhere. Hidden in plain sight, made to look like it's the year 2023, but there is a vast control grid that has already been put in place. There are many things that we could talk about, many strange phenomena that we could talk about, many examples, and basically endless forms of evidence out there that it's beyond they live out there. People should be preparing for the absolute worst case scenarios, leaving their comfort zone, training for a post-apocalyptic world. Chances are it's on the horizon. We can see the storm clouds moving in, to say the least. And according to the intelligence reports, they are planning to reset civilization. How this happens and what this will look like exactly is anyone's guess, but more than likely there'll be some kind of major event, and then the supernatural, the aliens or whatever is out there will emerge from the shadows, from beyond the veil, and begin to hunt the survivors. The situation is much worse than anyone can imagine. But we are definitely living in some kind of science fiction movie. It's not our imagination. And it is beyond any doubt. It's okay to be a skeptic. It's okay to be a sheeple out there. But at the end of the day, people need to be made aware that, in fact, there is some kind of demonic alien invasion that has happened, that has taken over every government of every country, and has body snatched billions of people. Why there are still humans out there is a good question. Why we're still here is a good question. But based on the intelligence reports, it looks like humans are incubators for this alien parasite. We're like flesh pots for them, like cattle grazing in the pasture. We could get into specifics in terms of how many different types of aliens and demons we're actually dealing with and how they manifest and the like. But what's important to understand at this stage is that if you are human, you are in danger. It is not the planet Earth that we thought it was, and it's certainly not the year 2023 like we think it is. In fact, very little is what it appears to be. And if you are truly human, then you should be preparing for the worst case scenarios. Basically all of the science fiction movies put together. This occupying force has not only taken over every government and body snatched billions of people, but has placed futuristic energy weapons everywhere to hunt and kill and to torture the humans that remain, the humans that will not comply, or the humans that wake up. Energy weapons hidden in cars, hidden in homes, hidden in street lamps, cell towers, airplanes, and so much more. Weapons that you can't see, but essentially the technology is beyond Star Trek, which includes tractor beams and transporter technology, as well as advanced hologram technology, where they can turn your area into a holodeck. It seems like there is nothing that is beyond the realm of possibility these days, and regardless of what you might think, what is important here is that you rule nothing out. Nothing should be ruled out, despite your politics, despite your perception of the world, whether it be round or flat. You should really not rule anything out in terms of what's here and what's happening, because based on the reports that we've seen, as well as personal experiences, we can assure you that it's happening. Many of you may feel like it's happening. It's not your imagination. It's happening. We're living in a science fiction movie, and many of these people that look human are in fact something else. That's as specific as we can really say at this time. But essentially we're looking at some kind of shadow creature that has body snatched billions of people like a virus. It spreads like a seed, and once it nests inside of people, it matures into a full-size shadow creature that remains anchored in the flesh. It feeds off of people, and it will attack once you're made aware of its presence. Just knowing this information puts you in extreme danger. Be sure to like and share, because the more people that can see what's happening, the more people that are talking about it, the more likely we can find a solution and survive. We'll have to leave it there for this broadcast. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Till the next time, if you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Like you, I'm about to get into another one.
What I do about the Wi-Fi?
What you mean?
Like, how I go about this one?
What you need to close or ring? So now I'm getting Lucky. So I'm finna get into these body snatchers. Swaggy. Can't get that, so let's get this extermination list through IP address. Meanwhile, I'm finna get this Jeremiah for y'all.
Well, this will be my last video for a while. I'm not going to be doing any more lives. I've kind of found everything that I know is going to lead to big answers. I'm going to try to cover this off as a tutorial. So on my computer, this was my IP address. Now, I'll show you what happens when it's a bogey IP address and what you gotta do. So you pop it into domain dossier and search it. It will not show a lot of stuff. This wasn't even showing before. So this is usually got to do with medical, 2 cows, blah, 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 blah. It's all redacted for privacy. You can't find who's doing stuff in here. So what you do is you reverse the IP. So reversals give you big answers because you can see that the reversal is down here. Meanwhile, I'm up in the Pantheon range. Do you see that? So that tells you that your IP address is reversed. So let me go into here and we'll reverse it. So this is how we reverse it. We just do 93.229.245.24. And then we'll just swipe this out and that's gone, and that's the IP address we're going to work with. Going back to this for a minute, your very last hop should be your IP address. So it's showing you it's a reversed IP address. It's a type of masking system, and they talk about it in cybersecurity papers, and the military and different people, haven't updated their masking systems. I mean, it's just a play on numbers. It's just a play on numbers. Now watch this, what we find for here. So, get rid of that one. It's going to be my actual IP address when it's routed to. So I'm routed to Germany, where Mr. Klaus Schwab is, which I found a few times before, but this confirms everything. I am on the sustainable extermination list along with my sister, my mother, and God only knows how many tens of millions of others. So chasing this down, I'll show you how I chased all this down. And we can just keep going, go all the way down. So we capture that. It will also tell you if there's another play on the numbers in the bottom. But, we'll leave that for another time. So, we can go into here and you just pull up an existing one, and what you do is you sweep over here and you dump in the IP address. It can be any active URL scan and you dump in the IP. So then you reach down after you've scrolled down to look at different stuff, and you click on the route. So the route tells you how and where they're transmitting information to. So I'll just go up here because I did it already. So it verifies Germany, it verifies, all these different domains that are hosted by it, proxies, blah, blah, blah. You can search out each one of these. What I did was, I ended up clicking on pictures. Sometimes there'll be text and different things that you can see in here. And because you're digging around, this is how my IP address is routed. I am routed directly to Germany. I live in the middle of Canada. I've never crossed an ocean. And the, state or province I'm routed to is Austria. So whoever's in Austria took patents out on my environment based on torture, and I have the details of that patent. I captured that several months ago, and I published it. So I am nothing more than a thing to be utilized and tortured with different weapon systems, medical devices, including wireless body area networks, cochlear ear implants. This is all stuff that is part of the life sciences. So targeted individuals, and I believe many others who don't know that they're targeted, are nothing more than biomedical slaves. And it's just factual. I'm going to show you what I found. So I skipped around and I found this Amazon link in the bottom. So I thought, okay, well, this one is routing directly to San Jose, California. So I've already captured the Office of the Chancellor for the University of California in my computer multiple times. I published that, those IP fingerprints, as to who they were and how they were routing. So again, you just collect the information. You're looking for, there's some consistent players in here, Aiden Brown. You're looking for blockchain because they pay people in the new currency system. So you'll find Status Club 1 France. So you'll find a lot of stuff with private financing clubs, private investment clubs, because victims are actually in a high risk. They're a high risk investment fund because these people could be discovered. So the returns on these projects for testing weapon systems for military, different medical applications is, I guess, also used as a gaming system, where they're witnessing and recording the person's biological frequencies using ham, bioradio. I've already recorded all this stuff in the network multiple times. One of the medical companies involved is Halo. So Halo is owned by a military contractor who used to work for the Department of Defense, to my understanding, for the United States government. Now he's dived into health. Because biomedical slavery, i.e. life sciences, i.e. research and development grants, is it's the big thing today. I mean, you go and you work with what it appears to be done is they're working with an insurance company. It looks like they're working with a Blue Cross, which was my insurance company, and also my workplace insurance company, which was Great West Life. But Great West Life sold, and they sold to Canada Life. Canada Life is Invesco Services. They're all housed under these giant umbrella corporations, multinational corporations, worth tens of billions of dollars. Okay? Now, they never paid the slave. You, as the individual, you are tortured. Somehow, in your innocence, in my innocence, I became victim to this. Now, my adjudication company pays for nothing, and that is Great West Life. My pension and insurance money comes out of the shared pension fund because I was publicly employed. So instead of torturing and killing me, because I had to go on disability due to the constant beratements of torture, and there was a psychological component to that as well. It was very well documented. I still have all of those documents, including a supervisor being vulgar with me, insulting me for an arm impairment and a desk thing. But at the time, I didn't know I was being actively tortured with a foreign artifact in my subcutaneous tissues. The doctors never told me. They would just prescribe me narcotics to cope with the pain. So those are actually called microstimulators, and they're found in body area networks, which is something that I believe all people on the planet are going to be.
Fuck. Yeah, so this is what we dealing with the transparency, and they put one's face and they decode it, right? Like this one of the biggest warfares right now. Let's see. I just was going over that though. It might be on this phone, but the one that I'm recording off of. Transparency. grab that for y'all real quick.
When you get to know me better, you'll see you'll actually type person I ain't gonna put my stuff in the baby's like, you know what I'm saying, and just walk away like that. So we're going to the pain connection or the end together.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Steve Eyes. You're on the Eyes Watch channel.
Which we started out this morning with this same vid, bro.
And I will be coming back to Vancouver, hopefully, if everything works out well, next week. So this will be the last podcast you guys see here in this format. And I will be back in Vancouver. Yes, back just in time for the freezing. February is going to be the coldest month in Canada all year. And that's what I'm coming back to. So it's going to be great, people. Yep, so keep me in your prayers. Send some positivity my way, because I will be leaving in a few days. And I hope everything works out and I get back home safely. I hope everyone's doing well out there. A lot of craziness happening around the world. So let's get into it, people. The transhumanist agenda continues, folks. At the WEF meeting, they were discussing how mind-reading technology is advancing to the point they could decode your thoughts. Says here, hackable humans at WEF. We can decode faces in your mind, your PIN number to your bank account. If you thought freedom of speech was worth preserving, next comes freedom of thought. Perspective. Thanks to AI and the Internet of Bodies ecosystem, decoding the human brain is already well underway. According to a World Economic Forum presentation, 5 years after historian Yuval Noah Harari told the WEF that humans were hackable and that organisms were algorithms, Harari's insights have been fully realized. Yuval Noah Harari is like their shaman. They really look up to this guy. He's Klaus Schwab's advisor for real. He says humans are hackable, then the WEF starts working on ways to hack humans. Says here, Thursday's WEF annual meeting 2023 session on ready for brain transparency. What a question. Opened with a short video showing a dystopian scenario where employees' brainwaves were not only decoded to determine their performance in the workplace, but also to determine whether they participated in illegal activity. That's right, people, they're working on a device that is inserted into the body or even the brain that can read brain activity, and how revolutionary this technology can be in analyzing your own brainwave to see what you've been stressing out about, what your mind is daydreaming about, and by having this data, you can change brain functions that you don't like. Tim Hinchcliffe on Twitter, a dystopian glimpse at the potential future of hackable humans. The government has subpoenaed employee brainwave data from the past year. They are looking for co-conspirators through synchronized brain activity. Ready for brain transparency? The question asks. Check this video out right here.
Gently move the cursor to the left and scroll through your brain data over the past few hours.
Scroll through your brain data.
You can see your stress levels rising as the deadline to finish your memo approached, causing a peak in your beta brainwave activity right before an alert popped up, telling you to take a brain break.
Wow.
But what's that unusual change in your brain activity when you're asleep? It started earlier in the month. You send a text message to your doctor with a mental swipe of your cursor. Could you take a quick look at my brain data? Anything to worry about? Your mind starts to wander to the new colleague on your team, whom you know you shouldn't be daydreaming about, given a policy against intra-office romance. But you can't help fantasizing just a little. But then you start to worry that your boss will notice your amorous feelings when she checks your brain activity and shift your attention back to the present.
This is crazy.
Breathe a sigh of relief when the email she sends you later that day congratulates you on your brain metrics from the past quarter, which have earned you another performance bonus.
Can you imagine?
You head home jamming to the music with your work-issued brain-sensing earbuds still in. When you arrive at work the next day, a somber cloud has fallen over the office. Along with emails, text messages, and GPS location data, the government has subpoenaed employees' brainwave data from the past year. They have compelling evidence that one of your co-workers has committed massive wire fraud. Now, they're looking for his co-conspirators. You discover they are looking for synchronized brain activity between your coworker and the people he has been working with. While you know you're innocent of any crime, you've been secretly working with him on a new startup venture. Shaking, you remove your earbuds.
Do you guys see where we are headed? This was at the WEF 2023 summit. They're giving presentations about how to hack humans and how they're going to record brain activity, making sure you're not guilty of wrongthink. Just like CBDCs, they say you will be in custody of them. It'll all be operated by you, nothing to worry about. And I know you guys know where this is headed. Obviously, it's going to be controlled by the same elites pulling off a depopulation agenda. The same thing with this brain activity being recorded. They're saying, don't worry about it. It's all for you to analyze what you keep stressing out about, what you keep daydreaming about, in order to just reevaluate your thoughts and change your behavior. As if the people in charge aren't going to be constantly looking over your brain activity, decoding faces in your mind, like they say. And who's to say your social credit score in the future won't be affected by wrongthink? By you thinking the wrong thing. People, this is insane that the WEF are talking about this now and are aggressively researching this topic right after Yuval Noah Harari said humans are hackable. It says here, while the scenario in the video below is fictional, the technological framework is already in place. That's right, people, there will be no more keeping secrets if this technology is fully installed in the human population. Forget internet search history. Imagine people having access to thought history, and humans can be charged for wrongthink. Quite scary indeed. The WEF website actually posted this, guys, a few days ago. Ready for brain transparency? Question mark. The promise of neurotechnology to improve lives and to gain insight into the human brain is growing. How can we uphold data privacy and personal freedom as we make strides towards a world of brain transparency? A world of brain transparency, guys. Think about what that means. No more keeping secrets. This dystopian sci-fi nightmare is only beginning, peeps. Now, technology is advancing. It's not hard to figure out what's happening and where we are headed. The CEO of Nokia coming out saying by 2030, when 6G is fully operational, phones will be inserted into one's brain. Now, this sounds crazy until many of your friends start doing it, okay? I know the majority are sheep and they seem to obey authority without question, but even the rest of the people, I would say like 60%, 70 are full sheep that are always obeying orders even if they don't make sense at all. They follow the hive mind. But the other 20 to 30% are usually on the sidelines, and they will do what the majority do just to not be ostracized. Think about the majority of people having this phone installed into their brains and are able to speak to each other with mental telepathy. And you're the only one that has this physical device, you gotta pick up and put right next to your ear like a caveman, all primitive and shit. All it takes is the majority to accept it for even the ones that are doubtful to follow along too, in hopes not to be ostracized. And now the World Economic Forum is coming out saying, are you ready for brain transparency? Think about it, guys. No more lying. No more keeping secrets. No one can lie ever again because you can read everyone's thoughts. Isn't that just great? Saying here on day1tech.com, the whole world is slowly moving towards AI. We see it in our mobiles, laptops, and even cars now. AI is made to help us live our life better and to make things easier for us. It is important to know that AI is not a replacement for actual human thinking. We will always need humans to think and grow AI. Computers reading our thoughts will be very related to applications of artificial intelligence. It is important that we get to know about these things because later on, they will be used much more. Artificial intelligence will be used in so many different ways, and we will be able to see images from our brains because computers will be able to read our thoughts. This can make our life easier, it says, but at the same time, it will create many more problems that we would need to solve. It is important to remember that the images that will be generated will not be of 100% accuracy. Initially, it might be less accurate, and slowly they will improve the computers, and this can get better. The machine will look at what is in your brain, identify everything, and put it on paper. Perfect, right? Man-made horrors beyond our comprehension, folks. Glad I lived long enough to see this date. Imagine the person operating this mind-reading device puts all of your thoughts on paper and is sitting in front of you reading them to you. Like, you're thinking about having sex with my wife? Like, what? Then you're like, dude, it was just a thought. It was just a thought. Relax, you know? And he's like, no, according to this paper, you went into detail about what you want to do with her. And you're like, okay, this is ridiculous. We need privacy. We need thoughts to be our own, okay? This is truly man-made horrors beyond our comprehension, folks. We don't want to be living through this. But imagine the first person finally develops this technology. Would we be able to stop it from advancing? There's someone walking around on the street that has this.
All right, so now we gonna hop into Jeremiah. We're gonna hop into Jeremiah. Now we hopping into where did I leave off here? Right here. Okay, so Jerusalem is now moving ahead. I mean, not Jerusalem, but Jeremiah is moving ahead to this kingdom age and this prophecy. He's going out beyond the darkness. There's going to be a period of darkness, period of captivity. But then there will come forth in verse 19 at Thanksgiving in the voices of those that make merry, and I will multiply them, and they will not be few. I will also glorify them. Right? I will also glorify them, and they will not be small. The children also shall be as aforetime, and as congregation shall be established. Right. Right. Where we at? Okay, and there will not be few, and I will also glorify them, and they will not be small. The children also shall be as afore, and their congregation shall be established before me, and I will punish all that oppress them. So remember, we were just in the book of Enoch, right? We were just in the book of Enoch. So that means we were just in the book of Enoch, and it just was talking about where we at. Hold on. It said that their children also shall be as aforetime, and the congregation shall be established before me. I will punish all that oppress thee or them. Yeah. So they talking about Israel and Judah, right? Now, if you look at the books that we was in of Enoch, right? Right, and we was we look in the books of that, right? According to what we read, it was to where what was that? It was to where, you know, what was that? Yeah, we was dealing with all let me see. That's why I won't be just naming when I got the proof. Yeah, we was in 100 and we started at 100. You know what I'm saying? We ended at 104. So it said all the ones that oppression. So oppression. It was teaching us counsels on how to keep far off from it, be away from the associates that are associated. It's more than likely associated with it. Right, all that. So And the noble shall be themselves, and the government shall proceed from the midst of them, and I will cause him to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. Who is this that engage? He said, who is this that engage his heart to approach unto me, said the Lord, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your, what he saying, I will be your God. Okay? But the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth with fury, and a continual whirlwind, it shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked, right? The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he have done it, and until he have performed the intents of his heart. In the latter days you will see it come to pass, ye shall consider it, right? So you'll understand as in tribulation, like a whirlwind, like a whirlwind from Yah until it has accomplished Yah's promise, and then the kingdom shall be established, right? And the book of Revelation closes with these words, right? And the Spirit and the bride say, come, and let him who is athirst come and drink of the water of life freely. Right? Let's see. Yeah, you understand? Okay. Revelation 22 and 12. I mean, not 12, but 20. Right? Now, what we gonna leave off at is, okay, the commentary on 83 of Psalm, right? And that's really just none but the nation conspiring. It's none but them. Right. So we gonna pick right back up at a prayer for help when war threats. Okay. The Confederacy of Nations against Israel. See, we constantly on that. It's a constant battle on that. So look, the conspiracy of nations against Israel, and they have consulted together with one percent. They formed. Right. It said they form a confederacy against you, the tents of Edom and Ishmael, Moab, Moab and Hagrites and Gabal and Amalek and Philistine with the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Right? He said they have helped the children of Lot. They have helped the children of Lot, Salah, to form a conspiracy against you. Itself again, emphasizing that these enemies were not only against Israel, but against Yahweh, the God of Israel. The form of Confederacy enemy often come together to attack Yah and his people. That every day Pilate and Herod become friends with each other. Previously they had been in enmity with each other. Right. So I'm gonna pop off with a brief shalom. You know we gotta continue to consider Dick Gregory. Shalom.